Today we'll be having a Q&A with MyTix co-founder Todd Hoskins, and in this interview we will be discussing the customer purchase journey and how to map it out using insight communities. This simple but powerful framework can be used for understanding how customers evaluate products and research potential purchases. To begin with, Todd, could you please start us off by explaining what the customer purchase journey is?
Sure. Okay, it's really, in one sense, a simple concept. It's basically the path that your customers take towards achieving a goal, usually which is buying a product or service. And so oftentimes it's helpful to establish a map, a visualization of that entire process because of its importance to an organization. Another critical concept in the purchase journey is that it's from a customer's perspective, the consumer's perspective, and there's generally a set of steps. These are obviously vary a little bit depending on the industry or category, but some of the steps include awareness, research, evaluation, the actual decision, usage, and loyalty. So if an organization is putting together a purchase journey map, some of the first steps they would do would be to create customer personas, because not all customer groups are the same. They'd want to understand the objectives for each and the steps in the process. And you're really digging into the emotions and pain points, because really ultimately what a company is trying to do is use this customer purchase journey map as a means to improve the customer experience by applying the right tactics to the critical issues at each step for the customer.
I see. Well, it's easy to understand why brands are spending more time than ever on customer experience now. How would you say customer purchase journey relates back to insight communities?
I'd say, Kate, it's a very good pairing. And that pairing is even more important. I think with COVID, some of the differing trends in purchase behavior and research changed a great deal. And so companies are really interested in understanding the process for their customers now in this new environment with so much change. And so communities were always a really good tool because of their speed, the flexibility, the iterative nature. It becomes really easy for an organization to really understand each of the steps in the process in depth through an insight community. And as I mentioned before, with the ultimate goal of really applying some really strong actions at each of the steps and the pain points to make the overall process better for the customer.
That makes sense. Thank you for the introduction on the topic, and definitely excited to learn more and hear more on customer purchase journey mapping. For those watching, if you're interested in finding out more about communities and how they relate back to the customer purchase journey, click the link in the bio to download our definitive guide to market research online communities to learn more. Until next time.